Hello, everyone, and welcome back to DSP versus the Internet, episode 66. This is the finale where we're going to watch a few more videos from the submissions tier this week. Thank you to everyone who is a member of this channel and supports it via their memberships and submits clips for the show. Let's continue. I don't understand. Europe slander too? I actually don't understand any of it because I'm not from Europe, so I don't understand any of these jokes. I literally didn't understand any of it. That sucks. Oh well, I'm sorry whoever submitted that clip. That went right over my head. I didn't understand it at all. Again, people say there's stereotypes about Europeans. Oh, see, I wouldn't even understand the stereotypes because I'm American. I don't know any of those. So I can't even comment on it. All right.
People are not super wealthy, but we all have an idea of what it might be like to be a wealthy person. We watch them on TV, we follow them on Instagram, we read their blogs and autobiographies.
Nope, I don't do any of those things.
That awareness of how the other half lives doesn't happen much in the other direction. Though many of us have probably described ourselves as broke or poor at one point or another, very few have an understanding of what real poverty feels like.
And it's not just a matter of having less money. Once you get below a certain threshold, a whole new set of rules apply that actually make day-to-day life more expensive. If you've never struggled with real poverty, you might not be aware of the many hidden costs and financial traps that conspire to keep poor people poor.
Yeah, I believe that. 100% I believe that.
It's very hard to make your way through modern life without access to basic financial services like checking accounts, ATMs, and personal checks. But the less money you have, the more these things will cost you. That's because banks make their profits by accruing interest on your money. So if your account balance is too low, usually under $1,500, they won't consider you a profitable client anymore, and they'll make you pay for their basic services in the form of a monthly fee.
And heaven help you if you go below zero. Each overdraft incurs a charge of about $35, and many banks will deliberately reorder your transactions for the day from biggest to smallest to drive you into the red more quickly.
Well, just for the record, they can't do that anymore because banks got sued for that by the government and they lost, and now they had to change their entire system. But they did this to me before, where in one day I would have like $100 in my bank account. This is years ago, right? Like for example, when I had my office job. So I have $100 in my bank account, right? In the morning, I go to get a breakfast sandwich. That's $2. Or, okay, $5. I eat the breakfast sandwich. During the day, I get a soda out of the soda machine. That's $1.50. And then at the end of the day, a bill clears for $100. Oops. So what happens is they'll clear all the transactions, but they'll say that the $100 transaction happened first, and then the two small ones happened after, and then they'll say $35 fee, $35 fee, $35 fee. Even though it's not even what happened, that's what they'll just say happened, and they make more money. They were doing this infamously for many years, and then they got sued by the federal government in the United States, and they lost, and they can't do it anymore. So this is one that doesn't happen anymore. They actually fixed it. Now it will actually be in order, but what's really dumb are those fees. Like, for example, those fees are only supposed to happen when they actually clear the transaction. So, for example, let's say you have $100 in your account, but a $101 charge hits. Then if they clear it and pay the $101, they're supposed to hit you with the fee. They're not supposed to hit you with that fee if it doesn't clear, but some banks still do. And I think that's the next one they're going to get sued for. Because why are you hitting me with a fee if you didn't clear my transaction? That doesn't make sense, right? Anyway, no, this is true. This is one I've been through a lot in the past, so.
And rack up as many overdraft fees as possible.
If a bank is willing to extend you credit at all, the terms will be much less favorable than for someone with a rosier financial history.
Of course.
You'll pay more money in interest every month, and any late payments means more penalties and fees.
Yep.
Even cash can be more expensive if you don't have much of it. If you withdraw $100 from an out-of-network ATM, that $3 fee equates to a 3% service charge. But if you can only afford to take out 20 bucks at a time, you're essentially paying a 15% charge to access your own money.
Yeah, but that one's bullshit because that's a transaction-based fee. That's not based on the amount. The only way that that would be equivalent is if they said, so they're charging a percent of your transaction every time, but it's higher if you take out more money, and that's not the case. It's just a flat service fee. So that's actually a bad example in my opinion.
Taken together, this means that a poor person might end up paying hundreds or thousands of dollars a year for services that wealthier people virtually enjoy for free. It's no wonder then that a lot of low-income people avoid banks altogether. But even that comes at a steep price. Cashing a paycheck without a bank account costs money.
They
Buying a
charge
money
you for
order,
it.
pay your electric bill, costs money. And if that bill is due in just a couple days, well, you can either get hit with a late fee or FedEx it, an extra expense that someone with a debit card and an internet connection never has to worry about.
That's correct.
If you think that dealing with credit card debt is bad, thank your lucky stars you've never dealt with a payday or car title lender.
We just talked about this a week or two ago. Payday loans are the biggest scam in the United States. They are 100% anti-consumer, awful things meant to abuse people who don't have money, who don't know better. It's really messed up that these even exist.
These businesses are often the only recourse for people without credit cards, and their interest rates
Hold
reach
on.
upward.
Dapan says, I didn't know in America you get charged for withdrawing your own money if you do an out-of-network ATM. So, for example, if I have Chase Bank and I go to a Chase Bank ATM, it's free. But if you go to another ATM, let's say I have Chase Bank and I go to Bank of America ATM, then they charge you the fee. So it's free as long as you can find an ATM that's your bank. The problem is there's a ton of competing banks out here, and those ATMs aren't that prominent. You might just run into one, not even know what it is, and just take money out, and then you get charged the fee. So
of 800% annually.
Not only does it cost more to borrow and spend money, but what you spend it on is often more expensive. If you have to feed a family on a tight budget, buying in bulk at a supermarket is usually the best option.
right, which you can't do.
Not one
You don't have the
available
money.
to many poor people. Even if they had the cash on hand to buy weeks worth of food in one trip, how is someone who depends on public transportation supposed to get it home?
Yep.
On their lap on the bus?
Big food retailers, ones with enough purchasing power to offer low prices, are notorious for avoiding poor neighborhoods, and people who live in these so-called food deserts often lack the mobility to cruise around town bargain hunting. Instead, they're stuck with local convenience and corner stores whose prices are much higher.
Yep.
Or they
That's
rely
true.
on fast food, which can
That's also
seem
true.
cheap in comparison, but is actually more expensive than cooking at home,
Yep.
to say nothing of the long-term health risks.
Rent can also be more expensive. Most landlords require a security deposit between $500 and $1,000 to move in, an impossible sum for people barely scraping by. And in that case, your only option other than homelessness
Alone.
might be a low-end extended stay
Oh, I thought
motel,
you were gonna say alone.
which typically don't require deposits, but cost way more than an apartment in the long run. And they often lack amenities like kitchen appliances and laundry that save apartment dwellers time and money.
They say time is money, and the less money you have, the more time you have to spend on everyday tasks. Waiting at the bus stop.
How old is this video? 4 years? Because people are saying $750 rent. Where is that? This was pre-COVID. This video was made pre-COVID because YouTube's always off by a year. So this is probably 2019, pre-COVID. Remember, after COVID, that's when everything skyrocketed. So yeah, exactly.
Waiting at the laundromat, waiting at overcrowded clinics and public offices. This leaves much less free time to take care of one's family, pick up extra work, or strategize a way out of poverty.
It gets worse. Inflation, the general increase in prices, tends to hit things like food, gas,
Yep.
and rent the hardest. The lower your income, the greater percentage of it goes to these costs. So a poor person will see their year-over-year expenses go up at a higher rate than a wealthy person.
All these pressures take a toll on one's psyche that only makes things worse. Imagine having to constantly make tough decisions about where to spend your last few dollars. Pay the water bill or buy food for dinner. Put gas in the car or see the doctor. This relentless burning of mental energy leads to a deterioration in the quality of one's judgment, a phenomenon psychologists call decision fatigue.
Wow.
It's why someone might visit a payday lender when they know it's a bad idea. They're so exhausted that they'll settle for a quick fix, even if it will lead to more problems down the road.
Right, because they're thinking, at least I'm solving the problem immediately today. I'll deal with the other problem later, but then the other problem later becomes worse than the problem that you were trying to take care of today. But that's an endless cycle in America. It really is. Like, this is how America deals with this shit. It's pretty bad. All right, I want to watch more videos, so let's go to the next one. But that was a pretty good video, I feel.
Okay. Yep, and you said May the 17th works? Awesome, see you then. Hey, boss, tornado just destroyed an entire village. Should we make a video about rebuilding their houses, or is that... Nah, this ones don't really get many views. Hey, Chandler, can you pull up the analytics from the recent video? Oh, yeah, I can do that. I haven't checked
This guy really doesn't like Mr. Beast at all. Mr. Beast changing his thumbnails for every video. Okay, he really doesn't like Mr. Beast in any way.
But I already know it's popping off. Like, the storytelling was immaculate, the idea itself was crazy, and I wouldn't even be surprised if it's not even... Hey, yup, I'll take care of that. Do we have the right sound effects? Not just yet, I was working on... Yo, guys, boss! Shh! Just wanted to say, great work on the last video, guys. Really impressed me. Yeah! Alright, let's go. My only question is just how it has 10% less views than average. 10% less. Do you realize how awful that is? Let me just paint the picture here. The video was fine. The title was fine. That just leaves one more element. Who made the thumbnail? Come on, I know it's one of you guys. Who did it? No takers? Fine, read the list. Okay, thumbnail for this video was assigned to subject 159. 159, where are you at? Where is 150? Oh, you're the new hire. It's nice to meet you. Hey, look, you're still new here and you're still learning and you just didn't make the thumbnail good enough, that's all. We all make mistakes. Just not here. And I want you to look at me and then look at the thumbnail you made. Why is my face only covering 1/8 of the screen? Did you learn nothing? God, do I have to do everything myself? Get out! Anyone else? Anyone here got common sense? Hey, boss, I was assigned to make a backup thumbnail in case the other one didn't work out, so I don't know if this helps. Okay. Okay, I like it. That's great. We'll use it. Thank you. Time up. Wait, what? Hey, what's going on?
Time up.
You said you liked it. Well, at least I do. We just need to see if the public likes it. Like, if views go up, you're free to go, but if they go down, you'll never see your family again. This is sick. When you're sick, what the hell is wrong with you? Do you know how much money I make every minute? What? Why does that matter? Don't you just give it all away anyway? Oh, no. No, you couldn't be any more wrong. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and subscribe for more. Hey, man, thank you so much again. This money is really going to change my... All of that money is going to my own personal research. Duplication and cloning. More Jimmys. More content. More money. Videos will be posted faster than you can take another breath. You won't even realize which one's the real me. I could die and nobody would know.
What if he's already dead? What if our plan was already in pursuit?
What if we put microchips in the Feastables bars and already have control over half the population? What if we've already won? What if you've already lost?
You know, there's this feature that someone told me about last year. It might have been Overpower Boone. He says there's going to be a new feature on YouTube. When you post up a video, you can post up multiple different thumbnails. And you can, I guess what happens is you can have it so that all three of them randomly display for different people. And then based on which people watch the video longer and have longer engagement, then it will auto-select the one that's doing better. And this was talked about, what, last fall? And I haven't seen it yet. I mean, obviously, that's not what this is. I mean, what they're saying is he changes his thumbnails, because it's true. Like, these top YouTubers, you may not be aware of this. They'll put up a video with a thumbnail, and if they feel like the video is underperforming, they'll change it again. They'll change the thumbnail, then they'll change it again. They'll change the title. I've noticed this. YouTubers will put out a video. Oh, it's not doing so well. Change the title completely. See if that'll hit the algorithm better or whatever. So, yeah, but I haven't seen this feature, right? It hasn't happened yet. Yeah, I've been looking for the feature. The multiple thumbnails feature it's not available yet, right? Weird. Okay, we have a little bit more time. Let's keep going. What's next?
If you're a construction worker and it's lunch hour, that means it's time to go get a gourmet meal at the best restaurant in town. the gas station.
Duh.
So during the holiday, I'm gonna show you the most classy 4-course construction meal you've ever seen. It's time to eat
Where is Holiday? I don't know what Holiday is. I've never heard of it, so maybe it's not American. I don't know.
lunch. All right, there's many reasons to want to have lunch at a gas station. Number 1, you don't need a reservation.
No, it's US
Number
Bank.
2, there's no line. You're in and out lickety split. And number 3, the ambiance. You can't beat this atmosphere. Smell of cake donuts when you walk in, hot coffee. What more could you ask for in a restaurant? Every good 4-course meal starts with an appetizer, something to set up the rest of the courses, something light, something that's not going to make you too full. So naturally, course number 1, appetizer. Gotta get yourself
Funyuns.
a bag of chips. Now here's a debate. Are Funyuns chips? Are Funyuns puffs? That's the beauty of a good 4-course meal. It really makes you think. After you put down a full bag of these, you can't just jump right into the main course. Course number 2 is a palate cleanser. Now anyone who's anyone in the culinary department knows that the best palate cleanser is the White Monster. Give it a little sniff. Oh.
Disgusting.
Ooh, my taste buds are locked and loaded for the main course.
Nasty.
Without further ado, the main course, bon appetit, the most wonderful roller dog.
Oh, yeah,
Everyone knows
roller
that I like
dogs.
my dogs rolled and my monsters cold. Let's maybe head on down to Franktown and have ourselves a little wiener. The roller
2 for
dog is
$3.50.
kind of the fajita of the gas station market. You get to put it together yourself, which is fun and interactive. This is the hidden gem of every holiday, the nice cozy bun drawer. Look at those buns. I like to say that you don't choose the bun chooses you. So I like to maybe pick up a couple, see which one feels soft, but also dense. After you got your bun, it's time to select the roller dog. So you're gonna take your tongs. They work. I feel like I'm in a 90s movie talking on the phone. Oh, hey Janice, how are ya? Again, just like the bun, the dog chooses you. You're gonna grab it, ever so delicately, place it in the bun. One last thing, the condiments. Enjoy. It's the only way to do it. Dogs rolled and monsters cold, baby. Now it's time for dessert. Course number 4. And that brings us to the little dessert freezer. Some of you may say, maybe I'll have a cookie for dessert.
Oh,
or
frozen,
maybe
the
we'll
frozen
have some
freezer.
Ice cream for
Yeah.
dessert. How about both? 2 cookies and a scoop of ice cream all in one. Once I pull this out though, it's a ticking time bomb. I gotta finish all 3 courses before I get to this guy, so I'm probably gonna have to eat it all in the truck. So let's go to the truck, let's eat this lunch, let's get back to work. The last important detail of the construction lunch is to make sure you eat in the parking lot of the gas station, because if you go back to the job site, foreman's gonna be telling you to roll down your window, wanting to chit chat, and ruining your whole lunch. And then when you're all done, make sure that you don't throw these away in the garbage. Just crumple up all the garbage from the lunch, throw it in the back seat, out of sight, out of mind.
Perfect.
Kind of out of sight. If
I think it's funny because some of that's probably like humor, but other is like serious too. That's probably why these gas stations have all that shit in there. It's probably a bunch of truckers and drivers who buy it all. Who else is going to the gas station to spend top dollar on that shit, right? All right. Okay. We're time for 1 to 2 more videos. Let's see here. Andre the DJ says you get a whole pack of hot dogs and frozen treats at a grocery store for the same price. Well, the hot dog was what, 2 for $3.50? So that was what, like $1.75? That's not true. You get hot dogs would be like a pack of hot dogs at the grocery store, like $5-6 now because of inflation. Yeah. So, and it's, you have to cook it yourself too, right? So, okay, let's continue.
Get out.
What is this? A dog watching dogs.
We've got to get out of here.
You know the dogs talk?
Unless we dig our way out.
Molly watching Air Buddies from 16 years ago. It's an original YouTube video from ages ago. Ah. The dog likes watching the dog movie. They're digging out.
Bye, bud. Come on. Leon. Butler.
Thinking about it,
He loves it. This dog loves the movie.
right?
You can tell he's watching. He's you know,
Where's the buddies?
he keeps moving around. He's excited for it.
Henry. Something's up. Mom and Dad.
Something's up. Air Buddy. I've never seen any of these movies. Air Bud, Air Buddies. I've never seen any of those. But that was cute. Got time for another one, though. Live action Zelda. How nice.
Link, you have traveled far and defeated many a foe, but thy journey is far from over. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this sword and become the legendary hero you were destined to.
Hey, hi. Sorry to bother you. I was outside adventuring. Your cave was open, so I figured I could come in here and rest a little. I hope that's cool.
By the three goddesses, Link! Ganon has used his dark magic to create an evil doppelganger. of you. Clearly, this creature is a twisted reflection of your purity of heart and courage.
Oh, ain't no dark magic here. I'm just black. We come like that sometimes.
Yet here you stand, adorned in the same garbs as our brave hero. How do you explain that, Dark One?
Wow, that was real offensive. These clothes are actually very common. They give them to pretty much every boy once he comes of age, which in Hyrule is 10, apparently. Also, they're super comfortable, which is important when you're adventuring. They breathe. Then there's pockets around here somewhere.
I've had enough of your silver-tongued lies. If you wish to earn the right to wield this sword, you must defeat this evil creature. Attack!
Wait, what? Whoa! Hey! Whoa! Stop! This is ridiculous. We're gonna get hurt.
Oh, it's making actual Link noises.
Really? A bomb in a cave?
Yep.
Where are you getting these things? You see what you made me do? You made me hit a kid. I didn't want to hit a kid. I didn't want to hit you. I didn't want to hit him. He's not even old enough to smoke, and I had to knock his ass out. Look, don't cry. You're making me look like the bad guy. He's making me look like the bad guy. Look, I won fair and square. Give me the sword, and I'll get out of your hair.
No, you mustn't. Only the one true hero of legend can wield the Master Sword.
What'd you just call it? Oh, I see what it is. The little blonde Aryan kid is destined to beat the darkness with the Master Sword.
I didn't say it that way. For the record, I clearly pronounced the R.
It's one thing to have to cut people's grass. It's another thing to have to chase chickens around. But this is the last straw. You racist. And what's so bad about this Ganon dude anyway? As far as I can tell, he's just a ginger kid raised by lesbians. You look at that, you see evil. You want to know what I say? Adversity, diversity, a broader perspective.
Oh my
just
God.
Go join up with him and end this whole thing right now because all of this is bullshit. I'll be seeing you again. You could count on that.
Come on, Link, you're embarrassing yourself.
Hello, friends. Thanks for watching. Be sure to...
Damn, that was old. That was a decade old? Oh, shit. I didn't even realize it was that old. All right. That's a good note to end this week's show, shall we? All right. Well, everyone, thank you for watching DSP versus the Internet this week. I hope that you enjoyed the show. And remember, if you want to be a part of the fun next week, become a member today. People who are Ultra members are guaranteed to have their video watched next week and for 3 more weeks after that. And those who are submissions tier members go into this randomized playlist, which we just watched some episodes of. By the way, I will say this. I know for a fact there was some stuff in this playlist we didn't get to for sure. For example, there was the follow-up video to that newscaster, the weather woman, and it actually explains what happened in the video. Feel free to resubmit next week if you're that submissions to your member, if you want to do that again, because I would have actually liked to get to that, but we didn't get to it today. And thank you guys who were here live for the show. I hope that you enjoyed. As always, next week, same time, same place. We do it all again. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll see you next week for DSP versus the Internet.